Hello everyone, thank you for listening. I'm really glad you're here. Now, this is a channel for spiritual beings having a human experience. So, of course, you're going to get my spiritual perspective on what's happening to the world right now. But first of all, I'm going to talk about what's happening to you. The title of this video is What Can I Do? So, I'm going to talk about you. No denying right now, the world's in a bit of a state. That's an understatement. There's chaos everywhere. People are turning on each other. Everything we thought we knew about our futures is up in the air. We don't know what's happening. So, what can you do? There is something very, very powerful you can do to feel a sense of control again, and I'm going to talk about that in this video. But first of all, I'm going to talk about what can connect us right now. And what can connect us right now is the spiritual approach to life, because the beauty of spirituality is it doesn't judge. Everybody is equal. If you look at near-death experience stories or afterlife stories or angel stories, a common theme is oneness. There is a sense when you cross over to the other side of oneness. Everybody is one. It's very hard to articulate these spiritual truths in human terms. And that's part of the problem, really, when we talk about spirituality, is that we're using our human language for another world, another dimension. But what I get from all the research I've done is that when a spirit transitions to the other side, the first thing that hits them is that separation is an illusion. We are all one. There is no culture, there is no race, there is no difference. We are all one. And there is a sense that when one person hurts someone, they are hurting themselves. So it's oneness in spirit is what I'm talking about here. And again, the difference between religion and spirituality. I have nothing against religion if it harms no one. I mean, if your religion makes you feel happy and makes you a better and a kinder person, I am so supportive of that. It works for you. What I'm not supportive of is religion, however, that harms other people or that tells other people how they should think or be. That's not their right. If something works for you, fine. And that's why I'm very conscious with my videos. I don't want to come across as preaching in any way. All I'm doing is talking about what I believe based on my research, laying it out for you, and then allowing you to make your own mind up. You must find out what works best for you. Everything I say is opinion and not fact. We live in a world now where too many people are confusing opinion with fact. However, the research suggests, the research into consciousness, the research into the possibility, yes, the possibility of life after death suggests that in spirit there is this interconnection. There is no division. Division, hierarchies, separation, religion, all this is very man-made. But the spiritual approach focuses on what connects us and unites us rather than what is currently dividing us. Okay. So that's, first of all, the spiritual approach can help you get through this difficult time because it will help you see the bigger picture. Another beautiful thing about the spiritual approach, apart from the interconnection that it endorses, is that happiness and fulfillment and meaning and purpose can never, ever be found outside yourself in material things. And by material things, I mean relationships, jobs, money, status, popularity, stuff. I mean, things that are external to you. The spiritual approach gives you the bigger picture. It allows you to look down on all that stuff and see that that is not what defines you. I know, having had the privilege of spending time with people who cross over to the other side, that they don't talk about stuff. They don't talk about the things external to them. What they do talk about, if they talk about relationships, is the quality of those relationships, the feelings of love and connection with other people, things that they have done that they are proud of, things when they did the right thing. So this is what the spiritual approach can give you. It can give you that bigger picture on your life, to know that whatever is going on around you, that is not what's going to define you. It breaks my heart when so many people write to me and they say, this relationship broke down and I feel devastated, or I didn't get the job of my dreams, or I failed an exam, or my business is gone. All these things are traumas and life crises. Of course they are. But the reason that they are derailing us is because we've put all our identity into them. And the more you engage with a spiritual approach, you still carry on doing these things because we're here on this earth to experience material things and to do all this, but you don't let your happiness and your sense of fulfillment be defined by them. And you also know that often in life, it's through struggle that we learn and grow. So when things go wrong, it isn't necessarily always a bad thing. Sometimes the job you thought was right for you, years later you look back and you think, it's so good I didn't get that position, it was wrong for me. And the same with relationships. Many of us have been there, that we've been in a relationship that we think is everything and we're brokenhearted when it doesn't work out. And then years later we look back and we see that actually that relationship was totally wrong for us at the time. So the spiritual perspective shows how connected we are, how we are all one, regardless of what we look like and what we believe. We are all one. The spiritual perspective also shows us that the material does not define us, cannot ever give us happiness, because people on their deathbed, to risk repeating the cliche, never say, I wish I'd spent more time at the office. They focus on what love, feelings of love and connection. That's what they focus on. And now to return to this crisis. Things have shifted since I released my last coronavirus. We're now right in the heart of issues of racism and looking at how we treat each other. The world, it's like we're at boiling point now. Not only have we got the COVID virus to deal with, but we're also dealing with centuries of separation and difference, and one group of people thinking that they have rights over another, and belief systems and parties. And a lot of you listening to this must think, well, what can I do? How can I help make the world a better place? How can I help? And the way you can help is to focus on the here and now. What can you do? What you can do is the next right thing. However small that is and however inconsequential you think that is, the next right thing is what you can do. What do I mean by that? That means doing something positive for yourself or for other people in your life. However simple that is. It could be as simple as making your bed in the morning for yourself, because it's a good, disciplined things to do, or it could be as simple as holding a door open for the person walking behind you, because it makes it easier for that person. Simple, positive things. If you keep doing those every day, repeatedly, doing things that are positive for you and also kind towards and positive towards other, over time you will be making a difference, not only to your own life, you'll be feeling better about yourself, but you will also be playing your part in making the world a better, more connected and kinder place. There is tremendous power in your daily small actions. Don't use the excuse of, oh, I'm not a very nice person actually, or this isn't going to make a difference, because it doesn't matter about your past. All of us have made mistakes. All of us have said and done things we regret. All of us have messed up. It's never too late to do the next right thing. And if you want to think about making a difference, there's that wonderful story about the boy throwing starfish back into the sea, and a guy comes up to him and says, you're wasting your time. There are countless numbers of starfish every day beached like this. You're not going to make any difference throwing a few back. The boy just looks at him, picks up the starfish and says, well, it's going to make a difference to this one. And he throws it back in the sea. And that is it. The more of us are like that little boy and saying, okay, may seem insignificant, but what I'm doing will make a difference to this one person. And even if that one person is yourself, because self-care is very important at the moment, because the more you take care of yourself, the more of a positive example you set to others, and the more likely you are to want to go out to the world and be kind to other people. Self-care isn't selfish, as a lot of us think. it's actually very positive, because first of all, it means you're not a drain on other people because you're taking care of yourself. And secondly, it means you're happier, so you're more likely to be happier and kinder towards other people and make a difference that way. There's real power in small, kind actions of self-care and small, kind actions towards other people every single day of your life. And keep doing them every single day of your life, because research shows that it's small daily steps, small, kind things you do to yourself and others that truly make a difference over time. It won't happen immediately, just waking up one morning and making your bed or doing a big stretch or something positive or having a day where you're really kind to people isn't going to make a difference initially. But if you keep on doing it, you set a trend. You start to reshape your brain. Your brain starts to become kinder. And the kinder you are to other people. Your kindness inspires them to be kind. There is a pay it forward effect, that one kind act sets off a motion, a ripple effect, like when you throw a stone in a pond and there's ripples. That's how kindness works. It really is kindness. Kindness is like that. Kindness is contagious. So, to cut a long story short, what can you do when surrounded by unprecedented chaos? What you can do is look at the spiritual, take the spiritual perspective, see the bigger picture, see that we're all interconnected, see that we are not defined by what is external to ourselves, but by what is internal, and then do the next right thing. Yes, do the next right thing, not think about it. As I've often said in my books, there's far too much emphasis in the positive thinking movement on thinking, dreaming, hoping and praying. That's all great, but not unless you back it up with actions. So even if you don't believe that a small positive daily action is going to help, trust me, in time it will. And that's especially the case if you've lost a loved one or are bereaved. Just small actions of daily self-care, small actions of kindness towards yourself and others are going to help you find a sense of meaning and purpose again. Because the biggest problem in times of crisis is that we lack any sense of meaning or purpose. It's like, what's the point? And kindness gives us that point, because what can be better than to do things every day that you know are going to contribute to making the world a kinder and more compassionate place? And I'll finish you with this last metaphor to help you see how important you are. Imagine you'd done a huge thousands and thousands piece puzzle, and it's such a spectacular picture. It's a stunning scene, wildlife scene, beautiful. You love it so much, and everybody goes, wow, 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 this has got to be framed. So you get it framed, but there's one piece missing. Everybody looking at that picture is going to ignore the rest of the picture. They're all going to hone in on that one missing piece. Right? This shows how important your actions are. You are that missing piece. Okay? You are that missing piece. Your daily actions can make the world a kinder and more compassionate and empathetic place. Lots of love.